watch soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
لا تنسون تتابعونا على Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I like to watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
Me gusta mirar fútbol en Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I love watching soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Back to Vitriol. He'll take a shot and he'll bear it! And then he'll fire it from Billows and it'll go in! Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's gonna go in! Oh, then both goals so far. He'll fire one, and that's a wonderful save, Trinity. That's missed. Oh, it's Stone! And he'll fire one now from distance, and that is in! What a strike by Ben Maher!
Welcome to the first edition of MSN Inside the Game. I'm Steve Besk. Inside the Game is the Michigan Soccer Network's newest show, where we will bring you a look inside the game of soccer across the state of Michigan in a way you haven't seen before. Inspirational stories, behind the scenes, interviews, and much more. Tonight on Inside the Game, our very own Jonathan Turner sits down with Goldstar FC Detroit manager and CEO, Alex Lubianski, to discuss the newest professional soccer team in Michigan in Goldstar FC, their stadium plans at Madonna University, tryouts, and the start of their inaugural season coming this summer.
This is where it's all gonna be, huh? This is it. We're seeing kind of like the shell of the old Ladywood Stadium here, right? And
that's right. So we're gonna try to pay homage to some of the existing infrastructure, but really for the most part, everything that we're walking on is going away. So the running track, the grass field, football uprights, that scoreboard, this fence, these trees, these seats, that press box, all gone. So blank canvas. Existing building will remain, and we will build the bleachers into the building, meaning over time you will be able to walk into the second floor of this space and enter VIP suites that are inside of that building. Now, obviously, we shot our interview in the locker room, which is already finished. It looks awesome. But for the most part, this is a completely blank canvas. So multiple grandstands. This grandstand will integrate the building itself. Opposite side, coast-to-coast grandstand. Midfield's going to get split on both ends to have VIP suites in the best area of the entire field for viewing, which is midfield. So those will be shipping container models. Behind both goals, coast to coast, everything shipping containers. And the entire venue, to match our brand, is going to be black. Building, seats, shipping containers, everything. We have local artists as we speak coming to give us designs. Everything will be stylistically muraled, and it's going to be the first of its kind venue in the state. So it's going to be absolutely brilliant.
if Alex Lubianski's mission was to test and challenge the 50-plus players trying out on this 30-degree snowy Saturday morning in December, then mission accomplished. Goldstar FC is the newest professional soccer team in Michigan. One of the 4 new teams joined the National Independent Soccer Association for the upcoming 2023 season.
This is exactly what we envisioned when we put together a trial at this date and time. So it's exciting. Adverse conditions, exactly what we want. So should showcase quality, tenacity, different things that we're looking for.
Set to debut at Madonna University at the former home of Ladywood's High School soccer field, plans are currently underway to build a 5,000-seat stadium that will open in June of 23. I had a chance to sit down with Alex Lubianski and talk about Goldstar FC and their new home in Livonia. What does it mean to you to have this team here in Livonia, Michigan?
Yeah, it's very, very exciting to be part of the community, to build a new club that has a genuine pathway and intent to showcase players on the highest stage of the global game, while still maintaining that domestic connection. So couldn't have chosen a better location, a better partnership than Madonna University, and we're excited to be here.
Well, I know that the community as a whole is still trying to kind of figure out, where Goldstar FC is going to fit in. You talked during your manager with Pynton, the manager here this past week, specifically in regards to, why Livonia. Tell the audience why Livonia. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you drive down Newburgh, you start looking at some of the signage on the roads, and you see this whole families first. And what a fantastic motto for a city. What a fantastic pathway to really guide our decision of where we want to build a stadium, where we want to build a fan base, the kind of experience we want to create a game day. And families first fits perfectly into our model. There's going to be something for everyone at the stadium, first of its kind in the state of Michigan, and it's an incredible community upon which to start, build, and grow a fan base that will enjoy players that come from here, play in our family of clubs, and ultimately are playing in the Champions League. You're in the process of building a stadium with a lofty goal of even starting in June. I know that you would had the goal is to be done by March, but getting a stadium built with all the things that can go wrong in that time period, having a stadium playing here come June, what would that mean to this club? It would mean everything. As part of showcasing players in the biggest stages, we want to have a venue that welcomes fans into an exciting atmosphere that actually prepares players to play in front of massive crowds and in front of massive media exposure. So to have a stadium is really germane to the project, and it would mean everything. So it's an exciting time, and I know it seems very, very close, but at the same time, we're not starting today. This has been going on for about a year and a half now, and it'll be ready. You have a connection to a club not here in the United States, a club that gives a direct pathway to UEFA. Talk about that and what that means to a potential player, not only here in Michigan, but across this country. Yeah, so Andorra is a unique nation, incredible attraction. There's a lot of people that put it very high on their list of places in the world they would simply love to travel and experience. And it gives you a genuine opportunity as a professional club to win the domestic league and play in the Champions League. So as a matter of fact, the club that we have acquired has done that 13 times without our involvement even. So for us to come in prior to the season, bring in an unbelievable coaching staff, bring in a brand new pool of players, and really elevate the level has been 100 miles an hour, and it's working out nice. We're sitting second in the table. We're 1 point off of first. We're going into the holiday break, which is a break for the players, certainly not a break for our organization. It's the winter transfer window. So with the kind of investment and vision that we have, while the squad is done well, we don't want to do well. We want to crush it. So after this window, bringing in even stronger players, we plan to win the league very, very comfortably, get to Champions League qualifying, and within the next 5 years, our goal is to be playing in the group phase. So I know we're going to pull it off, and it's an exciting time. And he'll take a shot, and then a diving save. Oh, then both goals so far. A fire one, and that's a wonderful save. He'll put this one in. He'll just shoot it. Look at that. Wow. Gracioso comes up with a save. Well, ball goes to Schaefer. He gets his third chance, and right again at Gums.
What a save from Gum.
Billow steps up, and the save by Hildebrandt, and the Troy. And now here comes an opportunity. Davidson comes up with a save, and it's cleared away. miss out on any of the exclusive or live broadcasts right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Join John and I as we bring you all sorts of content involving soccer throughout the great state of Michigan. Why subscribe to MSN? Subscribe to catch all your local soccer action.
The Michigan Soccer Network, the only place to watch soccer in Michigan. Soccer in this country has become very fragmented, right? You can go anywhere in any city now, and there's some type of a soccer, following with a local club, whether that be at a professional level or an amateur level, right? Everywhere you go now, it seems like soccer is all over this map. How does Goldstar FC find footing in an area right now in Michigan where there's a lot of soccer?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of unique business expertise, a lot of unique sporting expertise that other organizations in the area have gone about things a different way. Also a very valid way and an exciting one. So we certainly support the other local clubs, but we're different. We're unique. We have a genuine global vision, and the process that we're putting together is unique. So we're very, very player development centric. We're very, very centric on the idea of moving players intentionally through our family of clubs into the global stage. And that makes it an interesting project. We're also very intentional about the things that we are not doing as well. So we support every single youth club in the entire state of Michigan, and we don't plan to compete against them in the youth space. So will there be a player or two from, a local club that get a professional contract with us? Absolutely. That's huge to the model. But what we will not do is start a club with thousands of kids and start trying to compete in the youth space. It has nothing to do with our vision of getting the best of the best of the best through our family of clubs. So I think that puts us in a unique position where we're now a professional club in Metro Detroit, in the suburbs, in an area that does not have a professional club on a hyper-local level. You would have to travel a ways from Livonia to get to the next professional club. And it will be a lot of fun for fans to watch the brightest stars in global football play here at our new venue. So we feel it is different. We feel it is unique. And look, we're stoked to play DCFC. I can't believe the things that those guys have put together. I love their fan atmosphere. I love what they've done. And this is a very cool opportunity for us to play them in the U.S. Open Cup and then win that game and play against MLS squads. So that's really what we're looking to do.
Let's drill down a little bit here. What's the type of player that Goldstar FC is looking to bring in and play on this team?
Yeah, so look, soccer is a global game. It's interpreted in any number of ways in different countries. We're very familiar with how Europeans look at American players, all of those things. So there's really two major archetypes of players, if you would, in the global space that play this game. There's incredibly, incredibly physical, fast, strong, all of those things. Generally, the U.S. is viewed that way, even though we've made tremendous strides in the other space, which is technical, right? So right now, there is this sort of disconnect in the global perception of the American player of these guys can't manipulate the ball, they can't be creative, they can't be technical in the same way that a player from South America or Europe could be, but they are incredibly physical. Now, yeah, there's exceptions, but I'm telling you from everything I've experienced, from everyone I've spoken with in the professional space, we are still viewed as this physical beast. Well, there is this technical beast in the US, and right now, most of them are playing at a youth level in MLS academies. They're playing age appropriate, they're playing against one another. It is a calm environment, a comfortable environment. The ball is stroked around, it looks nice, but they're not getting hit in the face by 26-year-old men in front of 5,000 fans very often.
No.
Well, this is what we're putting together. A project that gets those players into the cauldron, getting absolutely crushed in Nisa play. We've watched Nisa. This was a decision that we made intentionally. Nisa is a physical, very D1-esque on steroids brand of the game. It is direct. The ball is going to go in the air. There's going to be set pieces. There's going to be headers, elbows, all of those things. If we can find a player that starts here and plays against these guys at 14 years old, by the time they're 18 and they're legally eligible to move to Europe, they will be ready. And that is what we're looking for when we're talking about players. It is the ones that really, truly can, in fact, manipulate a ball, technically play the game, have great vision, creativity, fit into a nice attacking-minded system, and then we're going to throw them into NISA and develop them as men. So that is our model.
So you're looking for players that not only can handle the ball technically and understand the game, smart player, but you're looking for a physical specimen.
100%, because those are the guys that are going to be the most valuable market value guys in global football in 5 years. So that is what we're bringing to the table.
Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Going to be able to get a player who's, to be fair, playing all year round in Florida, all year round in California, maybe down south, Arizona, wherever, used to playing outside in 70-degree weather. On a bad day, it's 45. Play out here in the wintertime or in the fall when it's 33 degrees one day and the next day it's 74.
Well, look, first of all, we've already signed a few of those guys that have played in those hyper-controlled climactic environments outdoors, and it's beautiful. But I would just ask them to turn on the EPL on a Saturday and take a look. It is not pleasant. It is raining. It is cold. It is miserable, and those guys are competing. And if you want to go to the leagues that have the most media exposure in the world, the best players in the world, all of those things, you cannot be developed in this 72-degree climate outdoors year-round and expect to play only that way. So if you look at our team in Andorra, we just posted some photos on social media. They're training in the snow right now. They're doing it right now in Andorra. There's 8 million tourists every year annually that enter that country to go skiing. So they're getting abused by the weather, by the elements, by all of the things that develop a strong character in Andorra. We're doing the same thing here in Detroit. And these are going to be highly, highly, highly coveted players.
How are you able to, as a club whose goal and mission is to bring players in and prepare them for the next level, how are you going to be able to attract that fan who's going to want to fall in love with a player that now is going to go someplace else?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that the fan in general in current United States soccer outside of the MLS first team division doesn't necessarily identify with the player as much to do with the club and the entire mantra of what is being put together. So, DCFC, for example, is there a famous player? Not necessarily, but there's still fans coming out to every single game and they're loving the environment and the atmosphere and everything about the club. So for us, the fun bit of it will probably really kick in once that first player of ours becomes a global icon, becomes globally recognized, and is playing for Liverpool, because now it validates the entire process. And we're very well aware that at the beginning, that may not necessarily be the case, but once it happens once, it will happen twice and 3 times and 3 times a year and now 5 times a year. And it's exciting to watch that. It's exciting to watch that process unfold.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. We help players develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills, receiving and finishing from different situations such as volleys, headers, one touch, and off the dribble, with and without pressure. In addition, we help players increase their speed of play, dominate with their off-the-ball movement, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, as well as large groups and team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country. We've also developed one of the most detail-oriented training programs to help out players. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. For more information, visit our website, evolutionperformancetraining.com, or text or call 248-818-3943.
Hi, this is Grunthik Chatterjee. Join me for Nationals Monthly here on MSN starting this January.
To do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do. We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not. We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo!
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99
in this Livonia area, and you know, Steve and I and Michigan Soccer Network, we've covered a number of amateur games here throughout the last year on the network. There's a team here, a local amateur team that's been here for a while, and they have a strong fan base. One of the stronger fan bases that we've come across in this area for amateur soccer, and they were not happy about a team coming to Livonia.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to them?
Yeah. I want to validate the territorial nature of United States soccer and the way that it's put together. I can understand their perspective, and look, our project is put together for a very specific purpose in a unique way that I don't think we're necessarily, at least certainly not in our minds, a competitor to anybody. We're building our own project the way that we would like to build it in order to do something very unique and very special. The closest analogous branch would be the agency on the hockey side of Goldstar, which is responsible, in fact, for some of the greatest stories in global hockey. Multiple Stanley Cup winners, NHL MVPs, NHL top goaltenders have gone through Goldstar to end up in the NHL. It is a dream of theirs to end up doing this. In soccer, the biggest stage on the planet is actually in Europe. So we are simply creating our own platform to elevate players on a global level to be players that end up playing in the Champions League. I do believe that to be very unique and different than other sides in the area. That said, I want to extend an invitation to a dialogue with anybody and everybody, including Livonia City FC, which have obviously done a phenomenal job. I myself started an amateur club in Baltimore, Maryland 5 years ago, and anytime someone else has a team in Baltimore, we feel the same way. It's like, oh my God, there's a new team. This can't be good for us. Well, that is in fact part of it, and globally, if you look at cities like Rio, Manchester, there's dozens of paid professional teams in certain markets, and it actually elevates everybody because now it is exciting. The fan can really identify with one. There is a local rivalry. I think Livonia City FC is awesome, and I'd love to play them in a match in front of spectators, and I think it elevates their fan base and their exposure as well. So I understand their concerns. I validate their concerns. I've felt many of those same emotions over the years, but what I want to see is U.S. soccer as a whole start to replicate the rest of the world, which is this open system where sporting merit actually matters. So for us, NISA is the only league that has a chance of doing that. It's the only league that is going to be built in a way where over time there could be promo rel actually intentionally built and done successfully. And we love that because maybe Livonia City FC kicks our asses, takes our spot in the pro division, and we drop at one point.
There's not a lot of soccer-specific stadiums here in Michigan. You know, there's only a handful. The girls for the high school state finals, they play their final games at the Martin Stadium. On the boys' side, they have to go, you know, between the west side and the east side here in Michigan. This is going to be a premier venue for soccer. Is this something that you could see maybe as far as this field, this location being a place for a state finals for high school and for other events like that?
100%. I mean, look, if you look at Livonia, it's really in the artery of the major roadways in Metro Detroit. It's a fantastic location. It's really easily accessible from just about any part. So it would be a great spot to host the high school state finals. It'd be a great spot for all those sorts of things. They're absolutely part of our plans. I would just like to extend an invitation to anyone at MHSAA to reach out, and we're more than happy to organize it. I mean, this is a community complex. We're building it. We're excited to use it for our professional games, but at the end of the day, there's only 20 of those a year, and there's 365 days. So any kind of an event of that nature would be a perfect fit for this venue, and I'll be in the stands scouting players.
Goldstar FC will call Livonia their home, right here at the former Lakewood High School football field. It might not look like much right now, but come June it will be. And we're excited to bring you all their games right here on the Michigan Soccer Network.
The Michigan Soccer Network is excited to announce that all Goldstar FC home games will be broadcast right here starting in June. For more information about Goldstar FC Detroit season tickets or club information, head over to goldstardetroit.com. On the next edition of Inside the Game, we sit down with the Midwest Premier League reigning champions, Inter Detroit. Don't forget to subscribe to the Michigan Soccer Network, and from all of us here at MSN, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Ball goes to Schaefer, gets his third chance, and right again. And Goss. Billow steps up.